Now we're live. I have to remember to click the go live button, or we'll just be sitting here. Now I don't know how to get back to the chat. Oh, comments. Okay, I found the comments, y'all. Thank y'all for being here. Y'all know I'm still trying to figure this out. Good afternoon to all. Welcome to the live. Please thank you, Boss Chick, for being here. We do have a moderator in the room, which is Boss Chick. Cleaning with Boss Chick 85 is our moderator. Hello, Meek Meek. Thanks for coming in. We have another moderator in the room, which is Kenny. Thanks for being here, Kenny. We're just going to let a few people come in the room. And it is an open chat. It is going to be an open chat. I'm going to pretty much give y'all update on the shitty situation at the house and what's going on with the landlord and why we are back at the hotel, which is that's a situation. We're back at the hotel after paying to move into a house. So anybody have any comments or questions? The floor is open if you would like to come up. One of the moderators will control the mics, so we won't have a situation like we had last time. So it's 12 people in the room. Let's give it to probably about the 2-minute mark. We are 1 minute at 1 minute 49 seconds. We have Latif in the house, and hopefully he'll get to talk. And Latif, don't be ashamed to talk. Tell the truth. Speak loud. Shame the devil. The landlord is Satan himself. And I don't care if he's on here. So there's 13 people in the room. We are past the 2-minute mark. So basically, I don't know if y'all know what was going on, but we went from the land to this hotel. From this hotel, we found that beautiful house that I absolutely fell in love with. It's a 4-bedroom, 4-bathroom house. We are only allowed to use 2 rooms, living room and the bedroom that we sleep in. They're saying hello, Latif. You got to pay attention to the comments. Kenny saying hello. So we're only allowed to use the 1 bedroom and the living room. The kitchen is not fully functioning. We don't have a kitchen sink we can use. So Latif goes outside in the bucket and washes dishes like we live in the damn country or we're still in the village, right? None of the bathrooms really work fully. All the bedrooms leak when it rains. It's just a horrible situation. And so we also have an electrical problem in the house. So even when the general lights go out, when those lights come on, sometimes our lights won't come on because there's a wiring problem inside our house, which we notified him about. That was about 3 weeks ago. We told him about that. He sent the electrician out. The electrician kind of, whatever he did, he got our lights to working. The landlord told us to pay the electrician. I told Latif, I'm not paying the electrician. We didn't break the lights. We're not paying the electrician. So the next day, the electrician was supposed to come back and do it right and fix it. And because the man didn't pay him, the electrician never came back. So we still have the problem. Now we got sockets in the house. Let's just say we have 9 sockets in the house. 6 of them don't work. He won't come and fix that. He's been coming to fix those for like over a week. Still, we don't have the sockets fixed. Now with the water, we have not had water. We lived in that house 5 days with no water, no way to bath, no way to shower, no way to flush the toilets, no way to do anything that you need water for. Nothing in this beautiful house. He finally, after day 4, sends somebody out to see what the problem is. And the problem is some type of electrical fuse or transformer or whatever it is, it has burnt out. He tells us to pay for it. I tell him we're not paying for it. I'm not paying, but we didn't break this stuff. We didn't go in there and break this. So the next day, he tells the electrician to go and find out the price. The electrician says the piece is 400 CDs. He tells the electrician to call us and tell us that he's not paying for it, that we have to pay for it. He's a slumlord, Meek. That's a slumlord. So now we're on yesterday made day 5. So him and Latif ended up getting into it real bad because we're tired of him. You know, I think he thinks that Latif is, you know, Latif looks really young. Latif can be between 16 and 19, 20 years old. Latif is almost 40 years old. He's not a small boy, but he talks to Latif like Latif is a child. Yesterday, he really pissed Latif off, and Latif let his ass fucking have it. I mean, let him full-fledged have it. And so at that point, I'm like, look, I'm out of here. I'm done. I packed up my TV, my personal things, and left. The reason I took my TV is because I don't trust none of them. Him, the wife, the kids, the workers coming in and out. And I don't want to go back there and my TV is gone because I can't take the refrigerator and stove out. Everything else is his stuff. So I took my personal things. I don't want to come back there. My TV or anything of mine is gone and don't nobody know nothing, because that's what happens in Ghana. Oh, we don't know, mommy, we wasn't here, bullshit. So I ended up, they do have a landlord tenant agency here. So I ended up typing him a letter, letting him know the situation and that I should hear from him. I let him know everything that we have discussed. You and your wife have had 2 meetings together. Me, you, Latif, and Blacko had a meeting together. This is what you said you would do. If I don't hear by you, I expect to hear from you by 4 o'clock, or I will go further and go ahead and go to the landlord commission, landlord tenant agency Monday morning. So 4 o'clock came. I haven't heard from him, but I also see on WhatsApp where he has not opened the message. And he's probably going to blame it on the fact that he's in the village and whatever the situation. So that's the case. So now we're at a hotel. We paid him to live there. Now we're at a hotel, paying for a hotel, which we can't afford. That's not right. It's not fair. It don't make no sense that he doesn't give a shit. We have, and I'm going to be honest with you, we have 4 toilets. Of course, we're using one. We can't flush it. Now it's shitty and pissy, full of tissue. We got to go to toilet number 2. We got 4 toilets that's full. It's nasty. Flies coming in the house. I said, you know what, Latif, I'm done. I'm out of here. I got to go. We can't live like this. This is not a situation where nobody should be living in. I'm trying to figure out why these flies. I'm sitting on the patio. It's flies everywhere. And Latif said because of the toilets. And I'm like, oh, no. We got to go. We got to go. So thank God I only had a few CDs. I know I didn't have enough to come stay at a hotel. You know, some people on, you know how it goes. Some people on the chat was sending me some Cash Apps and Zelle. So that allowed me to comfortably come here for a couple of days, which is 2 days. We'll check out tomorrow and go back to the same shit. I don't know if he's gonna be there tomorrow and just go ahead and pay the man, because he has pissed people off. He has pissed people off to where his phone is ringing and people are telling him you're wrong for what you did to these people. And so if there's a big guy that he knows very well, that guy said, I'm going to call him because he's doing too many people wrong. What he's doing is wrong. Hello, Miss Kimberly. I have your channel. You remind me of the sweet, no nonsense woman from my childhood. Hello, Latif. Thanks for caring for your queen.
Thanks.
That is Yeaton. V-Eaton.
E-T-N.
E-T, I don't know can y'all hear Latif? Y'all know he whispers. He talks real low.
They can hear me. That's my microphone.
Sorry you're having to deal with that. Thank you, Kenny. He over 40 years old. He looks like a teenager. Yeah, he does. I mean, a lot of men here look young. A lot of people across the world look young. Black people look young. Thank you, Meek. So that's the situation. I'm hoping and praying that he will call us tonight, or, you know, we hear from him in some kind of way, because now we were going to leave here and go back to the house to what? To the same shitty toilets? I mean, what do we do now? It's a ridiculous situation for a man that just doesn't give a shit. Now, as we're going through this situation, we're hearing from people that know him that this is what he does to people. He just do people wrong.
What I know is we should go there tomorrow, and then if we have the money, let the man go and buy the thing and come and fix, and then for our own purpose, and then we'll prepare and do what, and send him to what court or what is the name said. That is what I know that we can do, because if he didn't do it, if we are here 1 week to pay. And so where the money you used to pay here 1 week, and then it will be more than even that money that we and him is arguing it with, and we can use that money to give these people, and then rather use it for our own living, because that place we are already feeling comfortable. To see how it is gonna work, either he will give us our money back, or we'll stay there with our rent, and then we go away and leave his nonsense. That is how I see it we can do.
Yeah, so Latif is saying, even before we left, Latif was saying that, Hajia, we should just pay for the part instead of paying for a hotel. But I'm so pissed, and we have paid for so much in that man's house already. Like I said, the money I had saved for my plane ticket and to go wherever I'm going, US, Mexico, wherever, I have had to put into this house. So we've already put money into this house. We've already fixed things in this house just for us to be lightweight, comfortable enough to live in the house. So for me to now have to go and buy another piece, 400 CD piece for your water tank that your family uses, and we don't touch the water tank. His family goes over there messing with the nozzles and stuff because they don't have running water in their house. His family really lives shitty. Like their whole house doesn't have water. So if you don't care about your own family, you're really not gonna care about us. The broke lady that can't afford a plane ticket is back. Hey Sankofa, I got moderators in the room, so your ass is out of here. And for your information, bitch, you don't know if I could afford a motherfucking plane. You know what? I'm not gonna go there with you because I can really eat your ass up, but I'm gonna let the moderators deal with you anyway. So I was telling Latif, I don't want to. Yes, I could pay for the part. I definitely can pay for the part. We can just take the money and pay the part, but then he's going to continue to want us to pay for things for his house. Let me pop this Sankofa person. He seems to still be in the room. Hold on. I'm not going to deal with him today.
If she's broke, can you please send her money?
Did you hear Latif?
But you are rich. She's broke. You are rich. You send her money. Just send her some money. Either a rich
Sankofa is
Sankofa, or what is your name? We don't have nothing to tell you. Can you please send her money? She's broke. You are so rich.
So yeah, he's basically, that's exactly what Latif said. Latif says, so you want us to fix the water pump so your family can use it. Me and Latif don't use the water pump. It pumps water into our house naturally. That's how it's made. But his family, because they have no water, running water in their house, they physically go, Latif, Kitty said, right, Latif, they physically go and turn the nozzle on and get the water out. We don't touch the water. We don't go over there and do that. So you're right. He wants us to pay to fix it. So what Latif is saying now is, instead of, let's just go back with the money that we have. Let's just go back, buy the 400 CD water tank piece, pay the guy. I don't even know how much it's going to be. The piece is 400 and we have to pay the electrician. Latif is saying that'll be cheaper. Pay for the piece and then go ahead and still take him to the court Monday. Please be mindful and respectful for your comments. If people want to get on here and say stupid stuff like that, You don't even have to delete them. Just time them out. If you know, you can just ignore some of them. But if they act like they can't shut the fuck up, just time them out. Unless they being really, really disrespectful. Sankofa's been on here before. I'm glad he came back because I now I recognize who he is because I haven't seen him and I don't even know if he was on my TikTok or YouTube, but I've seen him before. Probably in some comments. It's on well water. No, there's a well there also, but no, there's a they have these things called poly tanks that's full of clean water. And if the water goes off, you can either way, there's a nozzle on it. But our water, some people's water in Ghana comes through an electrical pump. It pumps the water from wherever the city's water comes from to the house. But there's also a well as well. I don't really know how this stuff works, TT. But the water in the well is dirty. I mean, his family uses that well water every day. And so me and Latif, I thought it was a nozzle back there that they were using, like a water hose or something. And so we went back, because I see them carrying buckets every day, just to go back there and find out that they're getting water from a well. And the water in that well is so dark and nasty. I don't even know how they use, I can't imagine what they're using that water for, but it's all they have. Hey, Royal Bloodline, welcome. The might better be glad I'm not a mod, because I'd be in the place to blocking your ass. If you want to be a mod, big. Did the power just go off?
No,
you got the TV off?
I want to bring it back to my list. The other side. The other TV.
So any other comments or questions? So I think then that's what we'll do. We'll just leave tomorrow.
That's what I see.
So we'll leave here tomorrow by 12 and pay Blacko to come pick us up and just go back to the house and pay for the water pump. We'll probably call the electrician tonight and have him meet us there. Just go ahead and meet us there with the pump and go ahead and get it fixed and working and just get it over with. And then come Monday morning, we'll just go ahead and take a taxi to, well, I'll probably wait till Wednesday when TikTok pay me, and we'll go to the land commission, the landlord tenant agency, and still file a claim, but we'll be able to just stay at the house. At least, I mean, we might not have electricity. Oh, you know what? That's a whole, oh no, that's in the house. I don't know. We got so many electrical problems. We don't know what's going on.
Maybe tomorrow.
I love how honest and transparent you are about living in Africa. Most African Americans would rather survive in those most African Americans would never survive in those conditions. No, and I'm about to not survive in them. Like I said, it hasn't been like this for 3 years. This is something that just started. Put it in writing so they can refund you back. Oh, I have everything in writing, and I have my receipts. Thanks, boss chick. Can make sure he ain't trying to make y'all leave before paying for that water pump, because he seems like that type. Well, at this point, we paid him for 6 months. Like I said, at this point, he has been served the notice, and he had until 4 o'clock today to respond. He did not respond. So, like I said, come Monday, I'm gonna wait till Wednesday when I get paid. And I'm gonna go ahead and go to the land commission. So at this point, we'll let the judge handle it. You know, we've done all we can do with him. We've had meetings with him. We had a meeting with him and his wife. We had me, him, Blacko, and Latif had a meeting, and he said he's gonna fix everything and blah, blah, blah. This was probably the first 3 weeks we moved there. I like her channel, but I'm Muslim and her cursing bothers me. I'm surprised her husband is okay with it. You know what, my chick, may Allah bless you. I am Muslim and I cuss like a motherfucker and can't nobody say shit about it but God. You know, we got Muslims that are hoods, crooks, whores, thieves, sleeping around with their wives, sleeping around on their wives. We got motherfucking Muslims that don't know shit about the fucking Quran, just like we have Christians that ain't shit, that's smoking crack. We got drunk ass Muslims. So if you don't like the fact that I cuss, but you like my channel, I promise you this is not the motherfucking channel for you. In the name of Allah, this is not the channel for you, because can't nobody change how the fuck I talk but God and YouTube. Okay, I don't like people coming on here saying that's a comment. Okay, what you could have done, my child, was kept your comment to yourself and left my channel, because clearly you see I cuss. So you saying I like your channel, but you're a Muslim and I cuss. It's Christians on this motherfucker cussing too. Do you have something to say about them? Thank you, V. Etten, for the super sticker. I appreciate that. I'm tired of people coming on here acting like they so fucking perfect. Your husband, you're probably cheating on your husband. And if you're a man, you probably sticking your dick in somebody else's wife. Shut the fuck up and get off my channel. Shit. My husband is sitting right here. We know how many prayers we do every day. Mind your business. If you don't like my channel, my child, then click the delete. Please click the block button. Go find you a Muslim channel. Go find the Iman's channel. Go find you a chief Iman that has a TikTok channel that's fucking his neighbor's wife, and go to his page. Because this is I'm telling you, I'm the wrong one. This is not the platform for you. I promise you. I promise you, God, this is not the platform for you. My Muslim homeboys drink tequila with me exactly off the line. I don't want to hear nothing the fuck she got to say. Thank you, V. Edson, for the super chat. I appreciate that. That away, CIC. Thank you for the super sticker. I appreciate it. I don't need grown people getting on here. If I'm telling y'all the honest to God truth, when I go to people's channels and if I don't like something you doing to that extent, I just don't go to your channel. I'm not going to go to your channel and tell you how to run your channel as a grown ass man or woman. You just won't see me again. Thank you, At That Way, for the super sticker. I didn't see that one. Thank you, At That Way, for the super sticker. I appreciate it. Yeah, she needs to go back to the block party. She needs to go somewhere. Don't come here telling me what the fuck to do. Your mistake was this. I like your channel, but you're a Muslim. Okay. And you're cussing or foul language or whatever. People hold Muslims to this really high standard, like we're not normal, like we're not sinners too. We're sinners just like everybody else, okay? You have Christians that do everything in the world. You okay with that? People act like Muslims are perfect and we don't do no wrong. We do a lot of wrong. We're human. The fact that I cuss is one thing. You know what I don't do? I'm not a whore. I'm not a cheater. I don't smoke crack. I don't smoke cork. I don't snort coke. I'm not an alcoholic. I didn't grow up abusing my children. I raised all 5 of them. 5 of them graduated high school. 2 of them went to college. 2 of them graduated college. This one little thing you like that I don't do, that I do, which is foul language, as you call it. There's a whole lot of things, not as a Muslim, but as a human being, there's a lot of things I don't do. But see, you didn't hang around long enough to find that out. All you heard was I said shit or fuck or bitch or whatever. Then you got cussed out. Now what? Exactly off the line. I'm proud to be a Muslim too. I mean, I don't crap. Y'all know my story about being Muslim. I didn't make myself Muslim. My daddy made me a Muslim. My mama made me a Christian. And I don't give a damn about no religion whatsoever. I do respect God. And like I said, can't nobody check me or chastise me. The world made this language a foul language. It's a language, okay? And I speak it very well. Thank you, Meek Meek. Off the line said my dukes. You know, it's crazy because you get on here and you pick one little, you miss the whole conversation. You miss the fact that we moved from our house and we're in a hotel. You miss the fact that I got 4 toilets full of shit and piss and probably got flies and probably finna go back to maggots. You miss that part. You miss the fact that we've been buying stuff in this raggedy ass house. The only part you saw or heard that I said I cussed and I'm a Muslim. Girl, please take your hijab off and shut the fuck up. That's what you do. Get on your, what you should have done was clicked your ass off this channel and got on your knees and started praying for me. Since you're such a perfect Muslim, what you should have done was started praying for me. You're living a black dream. You're just exposing a nightmare they don't want to accept. Exactly. Kim, don't give them that energy. Keep your peace. Okay, TT, the minds are on it. Whew. You know what I feel? I'm telling y'all, this is the truth. Is God is my witness. I'm gonna tell y'all something. When people, sometimes I do feel bad for people because I know, like I said, I know when they come in here and start with me, I know that they don't know what's behind door number 1. They start poking at me. They don't know if they choose door number 1, which is me. They don't know if it's a flower, a pew-pew, a knife. They don't know if it's a glass of Kool-Aid. They don't know when they choose door number 1, what's behind door number 1. It's okay to share and inform the people of the diaspora, but maybe people are going to end up seeing only one side of you. I don't care what side of them they see. If they take the time and listen and they've been following me, they know all sides of me. Don't fuck with me and you're gonna see all sides of me. I come on here to tell a story, and I'm telling my story how I choose to tell my story. And can't nobody on here judge me but God. That's all. And however I choose to get my point across on this platform that YouTube gave me is my business. And if people don't like how I speak Black centric, I'm talking to you specifically, and I'm not being disrespectful. If people don't like how I speak, there is an easy block button. What's wrong with you clicking the block button and getting me out your life? Anyway, I know they get on your nerves. I understand. So other than that, we probably will do what Latif said and just go ahead, pack up, leave in the morning before 12, have the electrician meet us there tomorrow. Have the electrician meet us there tomorrow, fix the part and be home.
Tomorrow we have lights.
Oh yeah, if we have lights tomorrow. Because if the lights are off tomorrow, then they can't fix the pump because the pump is electric. So we pray to God that we have had lights all day today, y'all. We've been in the hotel. Ghana chose, the Chinese people, whoever chose to let us have lights all day today. But yeah, all day today. So that was a blessing. We got a hot water, air conditioning, everything we need. The government can cut the lights off at any point they feel like it. Us being in the hotel, has nothing to do with lights, because once they turn the lights off, they generally cut them off across the board. I'm not going back to America off the line. I'm not going to go back and live in America. I will not. I have no intentions on living in America. No, I go home to visit. I come back. I go home to visit. I come back. That's it. If I have no choice, I will. That's my home. But I have no intentions on living there. America has problems just like Ghana. They just have different problems that I don't want to deal with. Make your way over here. I do go out every Wednesday. I take YouTube or TikTok out. Every Wednesday I go out in the market shopping and to Cape Coast, or if I go to the eye doctor, anywhere I go on Wednesdays. Anytime I leave my house, I take TikTok or YouTube with me. Now, what I'm gonna do is, because a lot of my YouTube audience has not been in the castle, I'm going to take y'all into the Cape Coast Castle. Probably Well, if however my YouTube check looks Wednesday, this coming Wednesday, I will take y'all into the Cape Coast Castle. Because I have a lot of people on my YouTube that's not on my TikTok that has never been in the castle. And it's interesting to go in there and hear that story and see, what happened. I mean, I've had no problems with the hospital. I've been in there. I've been in the hospital. Well, of course, in 2021, I was there for 3 days. Then I'll go in. I had one time where I was coughing for 3 months. The hospitals are the same. Like I said, they have really crappy hospitals and doctors, just like the U.S. They have state-of-the-art hospitals and clinics, just like the U.S. America does not necessarily have better hospitals. That's not the truth. I mean, they have more hospitals, but Cape Coast has a very, very high-tech hospital over there. But either way, whether America has better hospitals or not, I won't be there. Tension is very high in America right now. They're firing people to give money to the migrants. Exactly. There's a lot going on in the U.S. And as I was going to first come home in April, and then I was like, no, let me get out of here in March. I couldn't. As I'm hearing what's going on in the U.S., because first I said April, and I said, no, I can't wait to April. Let me try to get out of here in March. Then March didn't happen in April, and I'm hearing more and more stuff. And so I was like, no, I can't go over there right now. I can't do it. I can't, like I said, I can't afford to get over there and something happens and they close the border, and then I'm stuck and forced to be over there. And I didn't know they were firing people. I didn't know that. Please help support the live by giving a thumbs up. 81 people in the chat. Thank you, Boss Chick. I think people don't realize how developed Africa really is. They think it's just huts like see. Exactly, Kenny. One thing about people is, and I'm going to tell y'all this, I'm on the continent. I've only seen one country, but I'm on the continent. And it is nothing like they have been showing me on TV all my life. Nothing like that whatsoever. I know how your Ghanaian husband takes good care of you, and that's adorable. Thank you, Macon. He does. I'm a Black American male in my 40s. I haven't been to Africa yet, but I'm trying to, hold on, let me find your comment. But I'm trying to save up the move to Ghana. On my mom's side, my African ancestry test says I'm 100% Akan. Well, all I can say to you is come to visit Ghana. If you can afford to visit a couple times, come and visit. I wouldn't recommend you to just jump up and move here. I just wouldn't recommend you jump up and move here. Come do a 10-day visit or 5-day visit, go home, come back here, stay about 30 good days, get out in the city, leave your resort and get out in the city and, find out the truth. Watch my videos, you're gonna know the truth. And I'm not saying that everybody's gonna have the same experience. That's not the truth. Y'all might come here and have a totally different experience from me. But yeah, I don't recommend nobody just move up. It's not the hospitals, it's the people in the hospital. Safe, do the workers, follow through. That's what matters, no matter where you get health care. Exactly, Judy. It doesn't snow in Ghana. Off the line, if it snowed in Ghana, I already prayed that God gives us some snow. But if it snowed in Ghana, I would be praying and looking out the window, waiting on the snow. Thank you for posting my link tree, Boss Chick. I appreciate that. I'm in Detroit, Michigan. I thought I was going to get a chance to meet up with you soon. What up, though, Mija? No, I won't be coming to Detroit. When I come to the U.S. to visit, I will not be going to Detroit because, like I said, I can't stand the heat and the humidity. I only go to Detroit in the winter time. That is the only time I visit my family in Detroit. Hello, sunshine always. Nice hubby, getting used to being on camera. Latif can't stand this camera. Well, like I said, son, well, first of all, the first thing you said is you wanted to move to Africa. Africa has 54 countries, and I only speak of Ghana firsthand and Gambia secondhand because I know people in Gambia that's having a hard time as well. And the guy that left, I think he left Kenya because he was having a problem in Kenya. Green card on the way. Just be patient, young man. Allah's with you. Who are you talking to, Curry? I have my green card. So if you're talking about my husband, he can't get a green card until he gets a visa. So I'm not sure who you're talking to. I don't know about Gambia. I really can't speak on it. I only know what I've heard about Gambia from the people that I speak to that's living there. He is trying E for effort. He will be doing his own live soon. He does do TikTok lives. He has his own TikTok channel. We love you too, Latif, sir. Bless you well, brother. And we look forward to hearing from you. Mija said, we love you too, Latif.
Thank you very much.
Do you think you will stay or move back to the States? I don't know if y'all couldn't hear me, but I just said that I have no intentions whatsoever moving back to the United States. I have no intentions whatsoever. Now, if I have to, I will, because that's my home and I have the right to go back. I'm a citizen, but I have no intentions, sunshine, on living in the United States. I do go back to visit since 2021. I've been back 5 times. What does it take for us to help you get your husband a visa? Nothing. I can get my husband a visa by myself. He already has an application in. It's not about getting him a visa. He has a visa application. He has a passport. We apply for a visa, and the U.S. has to make that decision. But that visa is for emergency purposes only, or if we're going for a visit. My husband knew when we were friends, before we were ever dating, that I had no intentions on living in the U.S. So nobody can help get him a visa unless you work for the U.S. government and you know somebody in there that's crooked and doing some shit under the table. Nobody can get him a visa. He has to wait on his visa appointment. But thank you, Mija. Mija said, awesome, hallelujah. Something keeps covering my chat. Like, I've been trying to restart my laptop, send it back to factory settings for like 3 weeks. And it keeps telling me that it cannot factory reset it while it's in battery mode when it's not in battery mode. I do like how you respond to people's messages. It seems most people on YouTube just talk and they don't seem to communicate with their audience. You know, I was talking about this yesterday, Black Centric. I went on 2 people's lives and was leaving comments. It was 100 and something people on one live, and it was only about 8 people that commented. And the person was just sitting there watching the comments, not saying nothing. And so I went to one of my moderators to ask him, like, is this how it works? Am I not supposed to respond to people? Because then I went on to another channel, same thing. The person's just sitting there ignoring comments. Like, I don't get that. But like I said, I'm kind of new to this YouTube, and I watch other YouTubers to see how it works. What's the cost to visit the castle? I think it was 100 CDs total. It's like, I don't know, Latif. Was it like 60 CDs? No, it was literally like 20 CDs for Latif and maybe 80 for me or something like that. So it was like 80 CDs total because they charge us different prices. After they told us to come home, they do charge us different prices. And each castle is the same price. Teamwork makes the dream work. Gratefully, you have your husband there beside you. Yes, it is a blessing to have my husband here. My husband is not a talker. He really ain't a people person. He don't like foolishness, nonsense. And there comes y'all think I'm going off. There comes a time. There has been times when Latif has really had to snap on here. And I do appreciate all 99 of you being here. I appreciate the super stickers and the super chats. And I still don't know. I still can't figure out what the third one is. It's super chat, super stickers, super chats, and super something, some other thing. But I appreciate all the comments and the questions and the gifts. When this comes up, if I'm not on camera, just touch that and it'll go away. So now what I'm trying to figure out, like right on here, when I see people's live replays, I was asking my moderators, you can see people's comments on the screen when you do a live replay. You can't see that on my screen. So I'm gonna have to find out what type of app they're using. Please help support the live by giving a thumbs up. Thank you, Boss Chick. You're welcome, Janora. So then once we get off here, we're going to go. Latif will probably do his night music session on TikTok, and then I'll do my music session on TikTok. Where we are, there's not really a view. It's really, really dark, and there's not really a view. Super chat, super stickers, and super thanks. Okay, thank you, Kenny. I hope I remember that. So there's super chat, super stickers, and super thanks. Okay, thank you so much, Kenny. Appreciate that. Any more comments or questions? You can ask me a question, Latif a question. He will respond. If it's something we don't want to answer or don't want to talk about, we'll let you know.
Brother Kenny, thank you very much.
I don't think Brother Kenny heard you.
Yeah.
He heard you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Microphone is working.
The microphone's way down there.
But anyway, you speak it close.
Super stickers and super chats. Thank you, TT. Oh, Kenny did hear you. Thank you, Manyar Reddix. Thank you for enjoying the show. We got 100 people in here, y'all. We got a band of people in here. Any comments or questions before we leave? As long as I have comments and questions, I'll keep going because I pretty much said what I had to say. If you don't have nothing you want to say, nothing you want to add to this landlord situation.
Oh, well, but that's why I told you tomorrow when we get there, when he didn't fix the things, we should try and buy the thing and fix. And then after that, we'll solve our problem and then we'll know how we want to deal with him.
Thank you, Rose.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to deal with him.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what if we get there and, I mean, we can't deal with it. We just going to pay for the part.
No, after we pay for it, I'm talking about, then we deal with our money issue. Not dealing with him, but deal with our money issue. Either he will give us our money back and we'll go out, or he will fix the pipe for us, and then our time will reach, and then we'll be out. That is the two things I know that we can do. Now we know whom he is, so we have to find a way to just solve the problem and then stay. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Let's stay because we cannot be jumping from one place to another.
Right. Hey, Melanie, thanks for coming in.
You know, at this point, I'm really hoping he give us our money back, and I'll get the hell. I'm hoping he give us our money back. I'll pay this lady half of that for a year, and just stay comfortable here, because I know from this point on, there's going to be a lot of tension. You know, he's angry, especially after I served him today. He's going to be not comfortable and not cool with that. And the water pump is just one thing. There's still things in the house we can't use. You know, we have toilets that don't work. We have a kitchen sink we can't use, plugs that don't work. Right now, the main issue and the argument came
When
from
we go there,
Melody said hello.
hello, madam. When we go there, then we talk about. But we still having it. We were having a problem with him before this one came.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of problems that we were having to deal with to deal in the house before this one came, and then so we have to do what we have to just go and see what we can do, and then we'll take our money back. Or
I mean, even him talking to you like a small child, like how did before you snapped on him, how did that make you feel? Like he was talking to Latif like Latif was a little kid, like Latif was his little child that had gotten in trouble. I mean, as a man, I mean, you look like a young boy, but like I said, you almost 40 years old. How did that make you feel?
it makes me know that Ghanaians are stupid. That is the way Ghanaians are doing what. Because we don't do things right. We always messing up things. That's the reason why. You know the right thing and you are doing it wrongly.
No, TT. Finish, Latif.
I finished. I say if you know the right thing, don't do it and then be free. Don't know the right thing and then you are doing the wrong thing. That is your responsibility. That is his responsibility as a landlord. How should you pay such amount of money to you and then you got your money?
What is going on here? Try again. We kicked off. Y'all still here? No, that ain't even. What the heck? They keep kicking us off. TT, to answer your question. Hey, twinning. To answer the answer is no, because we could have went there for free, but the answer is definitely no times 1,000 times. I just that would be just no. Before I do that, I'll stay in this house and deal with it. I won't go back to the farm. I won't go that far backwards. No. We could have done that. We could have packed everything up, took the refrigerator back, the stove back, and went back and did that. But nah, I don't want to do that again. I tried it for what was we there 6 months or something. I didn't like that.
What is that?
Did we think about going back to live on the land?
You know, for for business purposes, to me, it's good for we to go back. But for for our healthy purposes too, we need to have a house. Because when you the store having the store is a good thing, and we're much freely even more than everywhere we go, because that place were good for us, and we were doing everything. Nobody tell we bullshit. Nobody control us. Nobody, you can't tell we nothing. You see, now we and the landlord is having a small problem whereby he refused to solve and we refuse to solve, and we find ourselves back again in the hotel, continuously paying. Assuming like the time we were at the store, only our landlord that we always always having an issue with. We don't have no issue with nobody.
Yeah.
He's the only person we were facing. But for living purposes, it wasn't good for us to stay there because it's not a home. The reason is that the reason why that it's not
Hold
a
on, the
home.
mic is off.
Wait.
Okay, it's on.
The reason why I was even saying that it's not a home. Our water issue was a problem. Our, our cooking, our taking, showering, everything of us, everything of that, everything that we were doing over there, it was risky. It wasn't safe at all. It was like in a hustling fold. We were living in like a hustling fold. We need water. I have to cross, take a basket or what, and go to Emmanuel house and fetch water and come before we use to cook and do everything. It was hard actually. So a home or house, is good because you got everything. You can, whenever you need shower, you can enter shower. You shower, you make free. You sit down and you have a good, space to do what? To walk around.
Mm-hmm.
Because the store there wasn't enough for us. It was occupied. Some of our things were even staying outside.
I understand, TT.
What a Ghana for us, you see. I say, what a Ghana for us. That's what I'm saying.
I understand, TT, what you were saying, but that's a no for me. The only good part of the store is that's always an option for us. And what Latif is saying is when we were at the land, nobody can tell us nothing. It's ours. We own it. Nobody can tell us no bullshit. There's no issues. But we were living in the deep country. There's no running water on that whole block. It's like I said, all I can describe it as is living in the deep country, in the 50s or something.
A village, you're places where everything is hard for you.
Mm-hmm.
To set fire and cook for your parents, you have to go to the bush and find firewood.
We didn't have to do all of that.
I'm putting an example. To fetch water, you have to carry a pan and go. If you move here to here safe and get water, that means you are still soft. You are still.
Hold on. If that thing comes across this, just tap this.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be right back.
If you do what? If you you carry the yellow jerry can and move here to here and go and fetch water, but it's still something which is work. Like assuming you want water, you stand up and you enter. You use it. Simple. But actually the store side is good for our business, but it's not good for we to live there. So if we know that we should do more business and make money, let's go back to that place and try our best and see. If you fall down, you raise again. And there's no harm in trying, There's no harm in trying. Because Ghana, the situation in Ghana here, even I don't know any I don't know any place, any country, but Ghana condition is hard more than, I can tell you that it's hard more than everywhere. Now that we are sitting down here, this year, or this government time, I'm telling you, Ghana is hard from anywhere. So without doing managing small and get something to feed yourself, you cannot survive in Ghana. I'm telling you. So the study is a good question to ask. As for business side, it's good for us to go back there. Yes, some people even want to have such a thing, but they don't have, and we get it. We want to close it down, or we get it and want to let it go. Somebody, thank God that today we tell him that, or we tell the person that, shall I go and have a store and then and buy this and fill it. The person will come and you come and thank us 1,000 times of thanking. I'm telling you, it's not easy to have such a thing in Ghana here. the container, just to have a container on the roadside for store. It's never something small. It's a big thing. So
Now,
I
somebody
see.
asked
me,
us
I
why
see.
didn't we move to Bemila, close to your family?
Why didn't we do?
Why don't we move? Have we ever thought about moving to Bemila?
I told you already that.
No, they asked. I know the story.
Who asked me? Who?
Before somebody has asked us about why won't we move closer to? Have we thought about moving closer to your family or your village or Bemila, your city?
No, we are not moving to my city. I told you already that I'm not ready to sit in the house right now. I'm still a traveler. I'm traveling, so we are not going back. We are not going back.
Never.
Me going back to the house and do what? I'm in the house doing nothing. So I have to travel and see how things will turn up. When things turn, then you go home and settle. You know that you are not begging nobody nothing to even. You are not begging nobody water to drink. But things didn't turn up, and you go and sit in the house. You go and sit in the home, and then you have to feed your mother right now. Your mother should turn back and feed you, and you'll be feeding your wife. And how will you feed? No. It's not something which is something to even take a look of now. I'm not ready to stay home now. It's not time for me to stay home now. So
I don't blame you. I mean, I don't want to go there. I'm just answering the question.
I understand you.
I'm fine. Right from here, we're leaving Ghana. That's it. We won't travel. People ask me, will I go to another country on the continent? And I tell them, no, I won't go to another country. Once I leave Ghana, then I'm leaving back to the continent of North America. Somewhere on the continent of North America is where, we'll go.
You are right. You are right. It's not good, honestly. It's not time for. Even if I will stay not in my hometown, I can go and buy. If I got money, I can go and buy land different place and hold a home. You see. Then we go and stay. We can go to Tamale and stay. We can go to any place which is better in a way for us to stay and stay. It's not the purpose we're going to our Bimbila.
Any more comments or questions? The floor is open. Be respectful, please. And I'm going to say this. I know people say things like there's no such question as a stupid question. There is a question. There is no such thing as a stupid question. Okay. There's redundant questions. There's unnecessary questions. There's questions that you already know the answer to. You just want to be funny. Please don't do things like that.
Who is that?
Viola Allen, husband with a question mark or her husband with a question mark or her son, new to channel, just tuned in. He looks very young. He looks, Viola, how old does he look to you? Do you have working or technical skills to provide for a wife when you leave Africa? Viola, how old does he look to you? My husband has worked. Answer the question. Do you have skills to work? Yes or no? You don't have to go into details.
Yes.
Okay.
I have a lot of skills.
He said yes, he has a lot of skills.
I mean, I have a lot of skills.
When I met my husband, he was working and he has done several jobs.
My skills is amazing.
He looks 25. He's almost 40, Viola. And he is my husband. He's been my husband for over 3 years.
I'm 38.
He's 38. Thank you, TT.
I have more experience. I'm a student, first class. What will I say?
Thank you, Boss Chick, for welcoming Viola. Welcome to the channel, Viola. I hope you become a subscriber. Thanks for coming in.
I'm a serious barbering. I know barbering. Barbering is my professional. And I know how to do what. I know.
Any more comments or questions?
I don't want to tell them. Yeah, some of them are inquisitives.
Latif say he don't want to tell y'all anything again. Y'all are very inquisitive. Latif is a very private person, and he can't stand this camera. He said, I don't want to tell them anything else. The people are too inquisitive. Oh, he's funny. Well, if he is a Ghanaian, why should he buy? If he is a Ghanaian, why should he buy a land in Africa? Nobody buy a land. Ask the chief to cut it for you. That's not how it works here, Africa. I don't know what part of Africa you've been to, but that is definitely, if that's the case, every African here would have land. So that's not true. His father is actually the chief of Gambela. So that's not true.
We have family land. And you can get
you wait till you come over here and say it. Hey from Chi-Town, when does rainy season start? What up, though, my Detroit neighbor? Our rainy season, our winter season, raining season, rain all day, hurricane type storms, 60-degree weather was supposed to start in around February. We are still getting 85-degree weather. I'm pissed because I want it to rain. I want to see some storms. I want to be able to have an extra blanket at night and be cold. I want some winter weather. And we still don't have it. Mother Nature just said no. I want some Detroit weather. Girl, I want some Chicago weather. All questions welcome, but please be mindful of and respectful. Thank you, Boss Chick. I believe you should keep your relationship private. Your love is your love. James, that's your opinion, but I came to Ghana to be an open book. I don't have a problem with sharing my relationship, but there's questions I will not answer, and there's questions that my husband will not answer. I mean, you cannot be on YouTube or TikTok and be in your own neighborhood and not keep your relationship private. So, yeah, I mean, we discuss our life. People ask us. I mean, we're kind of an odd couple to some people. I'm American, I'm older, he's African, he's younger. I left the continent of North America, moved to the continent of Africa, to the country of Ghana. And so our life is interesting to some people. I don't mind answering some questions, but like I said, some questions I will not answer. But like I said, I will let you know if it's a question that I don't want to answer. The floor is open to the respectful questions and comments. But if there's something I don't want to answer or I'm uncomfortable with, I'll just let you know. I know this may be a dumb question. Do all the African Americans keep in touch with each other? I don't know, because I'm not around them, so I don't know. There is a community where all Africans are building homes in one community. I don't have anything to do with that because I didn't leave America. I didn't leave the hood. I didn't leave the city. I didn't leave there to come here and surround myself with all African Americans. I came here and embraced myself with the Africans, with the locals, with the Ghanaians. I chose to live in a village. I loved it. Black Americans can't teach me anything about Africa. All they can teach me is what they taught us in them little dumbass books. That was a bunch of lies. But they do have communities over here. Excuse me. They do have communities over here. Hey, Jane from Arizona, welcome. Is asking what kind of work he does, an invasion of privacy. My husband, what he does now, neither one of us are working now. He has social media like I have social media. Before that, I built a store. Excuse me. When I first came here in 2021, he was working at a resort. I built a store. This was before he was my husband. I built a store and After we got together and we got married, he ran our store and he ran the pub where he sold liquor and beer and, you know, drinks and stuff. I didn't do anything but sit down and watch him work. He did all the work. He did all the farming. He did everything. Prayer for your safety travels back to America. Do you feel unaliving a black woman in Ghana is something we should? I've never heard of a black woman getting unalived in Ghana until the other day, and that man was from Togo. He was not a Ghanaian. Ghanaians are very humble, loving people. There's no violence. I've never seen a fight. I've been here over 3 years. You don't see them fight. They argue and talk shit, but you just will not see them raise their hand. Most of Ghanaians that I've talked to said they remember fighting as children. They don't fight. It's just not the norm for them. You welcome, sunshine. Hey, Jazzy Jazz, thanks for coming in. Hi, guys. I caught another live. I'll try and catch up. We're just talking about how we ended up from, you know, I think you were on here the other day. We're talking about how we ended up leaving the house. Now we're back in the hotel and the landlord is still not cooperating. But my husband is saying instead of taking our few dollars paying for the hotel, to just go ahead and go back to the house, pay for the part, fix the water pump, and just go ahead and add that to the court case when we go see the judge Wednesday. Thank you, Miss Kim, because private relationships are not on YouTube. It's natural curiosity to wonder what he plans to do after leaving Africa. I don't know. We never planned to leave Africa, and we've been married over 3 years, and we never ever planned to leave Africa. My husband is not one of those people that talks about going to America all the time, and that's his dream, that's his goal. You know, he would like to go. My biggest excitement is to just take his first plane ride with him, not to even get him to America, a place where I left. But now that Ghana is just getting a little out of control, we are planning to leave. Bring him to the chief and ask for land. All black people have their right in Africa. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your time. Bring him to the chief and ask for land. Side. Okay. Yeah. I hear you, Africa Leaks. Thank you to all whom like the live. Please give a thumbs up to the live as it helps the host share. Super chats, super stickers are greatly appreciated. Thank you, Boss Chick. Any more comments or questions?
What is that thing coming?
I don't know. It's just something that keeps. Blacko tried to take it off. He took one off and another one popped up. So that's why I need to reset my computer. Hello, Girl Code. Thanks for coming in. So, you know, in the U.S., this is a health hazard, right? In the U.S., you can get on the phone and call the city of Fresno, the city of L.A., the city of D.C., the city of whatever, and say, look, we've had no running water for 5 days. We have feces in our toilets and piss in our toilets. We can't shower. We can't wash our hands. We're literally going to buy water just to wash our hands and face and brush our teeth. I'm wiping my skin with baby wipes and stuff. That's not good. But in the U.S., there's a person you can call and something will be done about it. But here, it's just like nothing. So I did find out, like I said, they have a landlord tenant agency that handles things like this.
The person said that if you go to chief, you get a land or what?
He said every African has a right to free land. Just go to the chief, and No, it doesn't work
first,
like that.
At first, it was like that, but now it has changed. You can't get a land.
Hey, Gambia, Ashe, welcome. I'm late, but I just want to say peace and peace and blessings. Thank you, girl code. Yes, fix the pump and save the receipts. I hope the judge rules in your favor. I hope he does too, Jazzy Jazz, because we have a lot of receipts from the day we moved in. We have too many receipts for us to probably haven't been in that land 2 good months yet. We have too many. The first week we had too many receipts. And so that's why I refuse to keep paying for things that he should fix. Like I said, we didn't break the fuse in the water pump. So why do you expect us to fix it? So his thing was, y'all don't pay water bill and you can't fix the pump. Well, we fixed too much stuff in your house. We don't pay water bill because this house came water free. Part of the agreement was that in this land we don't pay a water bill. So why would you even throw water in our face? The fact that there is no water bill to pay. But he's trying to place blame somewhere. He's a slumlord.
He's a thief.
Latif said he's a thief. I have been to 38 countries, including one in Africa, but not Ghana yet. Jane, you probably went visiting, and when you visit a place, it is completely different from. I don't know if you lived in 38 countries or went to visit. I've been to, I think, 3 countries. I've been to, of course, Ghana, Canada, Mexico, and the United States of America. But living and visiting a place is completely different. Why can't you pour water into your toilet until it flushes? That would be it. Okay, I know how to do that. But Miss Kizzy, if we have no running water for 5 days, where are we going to get water from to flush to flush the toilets? Mm-hmm. If we have no running water, and that's what this conversation is about, and where will we get water from?
Then it look nonsense. We can't pay 1,000, 4,000 for you at 4,000 for a month, 4,000 for a month. Ghana here, 4,000 is not small money. 40 good million is not.
So are you assuming I live near you a King's man? Are you assuming that I live close enough to a river to go pay a taxi to go fetch buckets of water to flush toilets? That makes sense.
And pay this month.
First of all, money. We pay 4,000 CDs a month to live in that house. That's not small money in Ghana. 4,000 CDs a month is not small money in Ghana. That's a lot to pay for a house in Elmina. I'm not going to be going to no. Why should we do that when he could just take care of his property? That should be the question. Why should we have to walk to a river, which there's no river around here? The Atlantic Ocean is here. It's not close to us. Why should we have to do that?
Even we shouldn't supposed to do such a thing. If we do such a thing, that means we beg and enter the house. Where have you seen such a thing?
Oh, visiting Jan, yeah. It's Ghana. I'm gonna tell you right now, if you come here, visit and get the hell out of here. And at least until this president gets out of here. Once they get the new president in January, like I said, it's probably going to take him a good year to fix everything. It's going to take him longer than that, but it's probably going to take him a good year to at least get Ghana halfway back on track. It's going to take a good year to see a change when a new president comes in January. I was going to vote, but I'm not going to vote because my Ghana card expired and I'm not going to pay them one single penny to renew it at all. So I won't. And I've never used my Ghana card for anything. I paid for it for nothing. Never had to use it. I don't know, boss chick. That water is so nasty and I'm gonna say no. That I've seen well water only once in my life, and it was clear well water. It was clear. This is thick, muddy, nasty. I don't even know. It looks like
Even if you use that well water
I don't even
and
know.
touch your skin, like you use it to shower, you
Okay, we're
you get
assuming you
disease.
can get buckets of water from somewhere, even a neighbor. No, but that's not what anybody said. The person said, I don't know if it was you, the person said, can you go to a river or a lake or something like that?
The person said
They shouldn't have to carry whatever at all, is the point here. It's like paying $2,000 for rent in the US and not having plumbing. No one is doing that. Exactly, Kenny. Like I said, we paid 4,000 CDs a month for this place. That is a lot for a place in Ghana, in Elmina. In Elmina. We're talking Elmina. We're not talking about Los Angeles. We're not talking about Accra. We're talking about comparing Accra to, I don't know, somewhere in the south in the country. There's a difference. It's a lot to pay 4,000 CDs in Elmina, but we love the house. We managed to pay it. We paid it. We shouldn't have to be fetching water from nowhere. You getting 4,000 CDs a month. You can't pay for a 400 CD part to fix this water.
6 a good month.
We went 5 days with no shower, no bath. We're buying water to just brush our teeth and wash our face and drink and things like that. That's not good. We're not fetching water from nowhere.
That's totally cheating.
India was pretty interesting and really sweet people. Oh, okay, Jane.
If not Ghana, where will you see that nonsense?
Ghana.
Only Ghana you can see that nonsense, and nobody will mind you. You know what the boy was saying.
Yeah, he was on TV. This boy was on TV talking about how Ghana is so bad. He left. I mean, Ghanaians will get on here. They don't get on here normally, but they'll get on my chats and talk shit about leave Ghana, go back home. You Black Americans always complain about Ghana. Meanwhile, you're trying to get the hell out of here. One lady came on my comment and said, I need to go back home. Black Americans are the only ones complaining. Chinese people don't complain and blah, 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 blah. But she's been living in the UK for 14 years. I said, if Ghana is such a great place, why have you been living in the UK for 14 years? And cooking and chilling with Kenny, I understand your point, but they are the ones to suffer whatever you need to do. Okay. What we needed to do, Kizzy, was we left and came to a hotel. Exactly, go get her. Exactly. Janae. Oh, okay, Janae. I don't see the little accent mark. I see it now. That's the same accent mark that's over my middle name, Renee. REN. Hold on. What the heck is this thing that just keep? I'm gonna have to take this laptop to somebody because it needs to be reset and it won't let me do it. Exactly. They want to, I understand you being proud of your country, but don't act like I get on here and I'm talking shit about your country or saying things that's not true. Meanwhile, you don't live in your country or you're trying to get the hell out of here your own self. Also, I heard they treat other races different. Is that true? What are other races? Do you mean other races different from Black people? I'm not around any white people here. I'm only around Blacks, but they definitely treat Black people. They definitely treat each other different. They treat each other different. This tribe treats that tribe different, like they're different Black people. They treat us different when we get here. I don't feel like I'm at home at all. I understand for a fact that God is not my home. They have let me know in many ways that we are not here. We are foreigners. They call us foreigners. My green card says non-citizen, all of that. They charge us different prices legally and openly. The sign says this much for foreigners, that much for locals. So this is not home. Yeah, some of y'all ancestors probably came from here, but this isn't home. I know that they praise the white man. I do know that. Most of them that I have spoken with praise the white man. They are colonized. That's all they know. They have become the colonizers. The elders colonize the younger people because that's all they know. They are the colonizers to their people now. Slavery has not changed. Colonizing has not changed. It just looks different. And you would never know it until you come here and live here. Right, sunshine. Like, look how his landlord, because Latif's younger than him, thought he could talk to Latif like a child. That was his second time doing that. But see, he pissed Latif off yesterday, and it was a different story. How dare you talk to my husband like he's a child? I don't give a fuck. I don't care if he's 16. You rented him a house to live in. Like he was a grown man. You're going to treat him like a grown man. That's all. What will you do now? Will you go home? Tomorrow we're going to go home. We're going to go home in the morning. Like my husband said, just go ahead, pay for the part, fix it ourselves, and add that to the list because we're going to court Wednesday. We're going to go ahead. He was served today. And Wednesday, we're going to go to the landlord-tenant association and open up a case. And what they'll probably do is have a mediation appointment first. They'll look at the case, see what's going on, try to contact him, get his story, and then we'll come in for mediation. If he doesn't just fix it, then we'll go in for mediation. If we can't come together, you know how it works. If you can't solve it in mediation, then it goes to the judge. I'm so glad you have a channel because a lot of people have been lying to. A lot of people make Ghana look like heaven, like it's paradise. It's not. I don't care. People say, well, you need to have money to be comfortable in Ghana. No, it's people with money that's not comfortable in Ghana. It's hard to not know where your home is. You know, we know, most people know and believe that Black people's home is not America. They don't want us. They don't want us. They don't want us there. They've shown us, proved it in so many ways. Not everybody, but some of them. They let us know that they don't want us there. They don't want us in our neighborhoods. They don't want us in their schools. They don't want us in their country. So then you leave here and come to a place where you've been told was your home to get here and find out you're not welcome here either. Like this is not home either. Even if your ancestors came from here, this is not your home. They let you know this is not your home. You are a foreigner. So where do we belong? Like I don't know where Black people come. I don't know what our home is. Like we're the only people that I believe on this earth, in this universe, that doesn't have a home. I'm bringing my US dollars to be treated that way by people that look like me. I'm going there to get away from that. I bring my US dollars to be treated that way by people that look like me. I'm going there to get away from that. Yeah. And like I said, I don't know where you're going to live when you get here or what your experience is going to be. But that's been my experience. And it's been the experience of a few other people that I've spoken with. I mean, you're going to see it. You're going to get to places and you're going to see that there's a foreign price for you. And then there's a local price for the Ghanaians. You're going to go to the eye doctor and there's a foreign price for you. And then there's a price for the locals. You're going to go to the Cocoon Park and there's a price for you and there's a price for the locals. It's open. Not, and then how people, they're going to show you and treat you that you're different. You're not theirs. Yes, Accra has lights out. Yes, yes, their lights go off as well. I hope I don't cause problems for you now. I hope it don't cause problems. That was my problem, boss chick, in the beginning. When that was my problem, the first 3 weeks when I was ready to ask for my money back. Except the wife told me he's not going to give you your money back. Don't leave this house and give him the key thinking that, thank you, Jane, for the super chat sticker. Don't leave this house thinking he's going to give you your money back. My husband's not going to give you your money back. She let us know that. And so I told Latif then, I think we were there like 3 or 4 days, and the toilets, when we first moved there, the toilets didn't work, the water didn't work. It was problems from day one. And I told Latif, I don't want to file a claim on him because I don't want to have a problem with him living on the land, and it's very uncomfortable. So I just held off. We called a meeting. He missed the meeting. Then we finally ended up meeting with him again, and he said he would get everything fixed. Everything will be okay come that Monday. That was, what, a month ago? Nothing. I can't understand why people that look like us are the ones who tear us down the most. We have, right, Jazz? I don't know if you've had any experiences in Ghana feeling unwelcome or feeling like you were treated different. But I do. I felt it. I've seen it. You know, I go into government buildings and they look like the minute I open my mouth, they just look like they hate that I walked in a building.
You know, Ghana is a freedom continent. Country rather. It's a freedom country, and then you can do everything, but it's not easy to stay. And if it will be easy to stay unless you are a person who is like, oh,
let me get this. Where's that? Okay.
Unless you are a person.
Hold on, y'all. The laptop's going dead.
Unless you close your ears.
What do you mean?
Your eyes.
Oh.
The reason why I'm saying that, unless you close your ears or you close your eyes, it's.
Hold on just a second, husband. Respect the motherland. Respect the motherland. I like your channel, but you complain a lot. Do the work and stop complaining. What are you doing productive in Ghana? Do you have a land? Are you building? Other African Americans are building. I bought land and I am building, and I've been here over 3 years. Respect the motherfucking land. I have done a lot over here in Africa, especially my first year being here. I did so much I went broke, helping other people and doing other things. I purchased land and I'm in and out, and that land is in court because the person I bought the land from didn't really own the land. Don't come over here. Don't come on here judging me. I'm going to complain as much as I want to on my platform. Talk to me when I come to your platform and complain. Don't talk to me about complaining on my platform. I'm not just complaining. I'm telling my story, my facts, what I've lived, what I go through. I just paid 4,000 CDs, 24,000 CDs to move in a house for 6 months with 4 non-working toilets with no water. What the fuck is your fucking problem? How dare you get on here with your dumbass comment? Go somewhere and learn how to read. Go get you a college degree and leave me alone. Matter of fact, graduate from 6th grade. I wish we could go. Finish what you were saying, husband.
What I was just saying. And I say, actually, Ghana is a sweet country, and it's hard to stay because everything is not working. The law is not working. There is nothing working. If law is working now, we can pay money 4,000 for a month, 6 months to enter into your house, and then something spoiled in your house, and then instead of you to fix it, and you are telling your tenant to fix it, you don't have money. There's no law working in Ghana, but it's peace to stay if you if you don't mind, because the corruption cannot stop. Disrespectful cannot stop, because everywhere we have it. When you go to some place, some people will like you, others will not like you. Some will smile to you, some will not smile to you. You see?
Right.
So the people smiling to you, then you concentrate on them. People who doesn't smile to you, you even do as if you didn't see them. You are blind. Whatever they do to provoke you, then you forget about them. You don't concentrate on them. Whatever things they are doing just to provoke you, then you don't mind them, and concentrate the peaceful side, that you know that if I do this one will help me, and then I'll feel okay to stay in Ghana. Ghana, nobody harm nobody, only corruption.
Right.
Because the corruption, the reason why I'm saying corruption is, right now when you go to buy what they say, a camel or Locozit, you will get it different prices in the store. Meanwhile, it shouldn't supposed to be that way.
Right.
So
thank you, Grace, for the
this one.
super chat.
This is the reason why sometimes it's hard to stay in Ghana, because everything is expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is expensive. So even if you are okay, by all means, one day you will feel something worried about your eating, your in and out, your transportation of buying things and what. You will feel something, loose about it, because what you have will finish. For example, like your money expenditure,
Mm-hmm.
it will by all means finish, and then you have to do what? You have to now crying for money, or because Ghana, everything is hard. And if you are in Ghana without having business of doing, without having any nice work of doing, and then be getting your income from what you are doing, you can't stay in Ghana.
Yes.
You can't stay in Ghana. Ghana is a hard country.
It's hard.
It's expensive too.
Land is cheap.
The life is free to live.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody will mind. You can live 200 years in Ghana. Nobody will mind you.
No, right. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody really cares what you do here.
No. Nobody cares at all. But the economic is hard. That is the only problem we have in Ghana.
I have a question. The Bible teaches we will always be hated by all nations. Mm-hmm. I think we just thought Africa was excluded. My question, like I said before, to God is this: why did you create us for the world to hate us? We are treated like snakes. We are treated just like snakes. People hate us. They're scared of us. They don't like us around them. We're almost treated like pigs. Pigs are treated better than we are. Pigs are treated better than us. And so I don't get.
Let me ask this question: is it Black Americans alone passes this kind of treatment, or this kind of thing that you are passing through? Is it them alone is passing through that kind of things? I don't even know how to say. Or mostly the black.
Look what happened in Ghana. Look what happened to the ancestors and shipped off to be slaves. God allowed that to happen here. God allowed that to happen.
Not even that way, Steph. I'm even talking about. I'm talking about.
I'm telling you, Black people everywhere that I know of, they don't like us. I don't give a damn where you go. Somebody's country, in somebody's mind, they don't like us. They don't want us there. I mean, we move into neighborhoods and they swear to God, their property value goes down. because we bought a house in their neighborhood the same fucking price that they bought it for, but because the color of our skin, I don't want to get into no racial issues because that's like talking about politics. But yeah, it's you too, you, me, all of us. Greetings, Kim. That's right. Don't have them come on your channel talking no shit to you. They just want to say something. It's true, Yvonne. People just gotta have something to say, but you know, they just catch me. If my moderator delete that comment, I wouldn't have seen it. Sometimes they so quick, I don't even see the comment. All I see is somebody's comment got deleted. Again, thank you, Grace, for the super sticker. And thank you, Boss Chicken Kenny, for thanking them. Is the biggest issue in Ghana not receiving rightfully what you pay for, and no one is held accountable? That's a big issue. It's not the biggest issue, but that is a big issue. Like, nobody is held accountable for anything. But one of the reasons is Ghanaians are, like I said, they're colonized. They're pretty much taught to sit down and shut up. You don't question nobody. You don't question elders. You don't question the government. Whatever happens to you happens. The other issue is a lot of Ghanaians don't know that there's rules and laws. They have no idea that there's a landlord-tenant organization over here. They have no idea that there's a supervisor at the light company place that you can complain to. I mean, a lot of these people don't know this stuff. They just, like I said, because they're taught to sit down and basically shut up and don't say shit. They don't. Nobody says anything. We're taught different. We know that there's somebody that you can go to. And I found out that they do have a landlord-tenant association here that takes cases dealing with like my situation. We African people, both from the continent and the diaspora, the most hated people on earth because we are the creators of civilization and the most powerful in the earth. You know, I believe we are the most powerful. I believe there's nothing that we cannot do. But why we were created, I just don't know. Why we were created to just be hated. Why were we created to be hated all these years way back where we don't know nothing about? We just read it in the history books. Facts, most hated group of people throughout the world. Yes, and Kenny, why? Sis, if you could sum it up, all, the one or two, a few words, the African culture, what do you think is wrong with the African culture? You mean on the continent? You mean African Americans or in Ghana? Viola. So I can answer the question properly. Ghana is a beautiful country that loves Black people, especially Jamaicans. They have a different kind of love for Jamaicans. Yeah, I don't know. They don't either really love each other. So I really don't know how to respond to that, Bandwan. I really don't, because I don't know. You know what, Sunshine? A lot of people probably tried to escape from America. I wasn't trying to escape from America. America was America. America was my home. I am not a traveler. I've never wanted to go to Paris, France, Egypt, Italy, nowhere. I went to Mexico because I have 4 grandkids there. I went to Canada because Canada was right across the border from Detroit. My granddad would take us there every Friday as kids to go buy his liquor and his cigarettes. And he would always lie and say he didn't buy nothing. We just went over there looking around. So I was introduced to Canada as a young age and going to an amusement park called Bablo Island. But I know when to come to Scottish, they told us to stay with. Oh, what I was saying was, I wasn't running from the U.S. I came to Ghana on a 10-day girl trip, and I really fell in love with the land. I didn't know my husband. My husband had nothing to do with me staying here. I just really fell in love with the fact that Ghana, nothing like they had been telling me. And I knew 10 days wasn't enough for me. So the girls went back and I stayed about 40 days. And I just fell in love with the land. But I wasn't running from any problems in America. I wasn't, you know, my goal was to not run from America. I just got here and liked Africa. Happy First Friday. All welcome. Thank you. Oh, that's boss chick. I can't respond to that, Janae, because I can't respond to that, Jay, because I don't know nothing about it. I've never heard of it. And the people on this land have a different story. Usually I don't leave a comment, but I had to. Usually I don't leave a comment, but I had to. Complaining is informing us. Americans will complain if their toilet clogged, shaking my head. Stay keeping us informed so we'll know God. Thank you, Zoe. I will move to Mexico. I'm familiar with Mexico. I'm going to the continent, the North American continent. I'm not going anywhere else in Africa or on the continent of Africa. I am familiar with Mexico. I have family in Mexico, so Mexico is a place that I am familiar with. I mean, from your experience being there on the continent and interacting with them, in other words, you think is somewhat alike in education. Like, oh, what I believe the problem is lack of education. Like I said, one, they've been colonized. Two, they don't know anything about our history. Being on I'm trying to understand the question. Being on this continent, being in Ghana, what I've learned is how we learn a little bit about their history. They are taught nothing about our history. They don't know what happened to the ancestors once they got on that boat. They don't know that they were over there, turned into slaves, and if they tried to run, they were runners and got killed. My husband's learning that stuff watching movies like Mississippi Burning, Rosewood, whatever the movies we were watching the other day. This stuff is shocking to him. But I think it's just lack of education and the fact that they are colonized. I mean, they praise the white man like the white man is God over here. And even although I don't see white people except the ones that's walking, when we have the store open, the ones that walk past the store coming from the hotel, they're usually tourists. That's the only time I see white people. But they treat the white people like God. They think the white man can come and save them. If the white man buys the hotel, they'll live a better life. If the white man buys one Africa, it'll be a better place. You know, I hear it all the time. Jay, I'm sure I don't understand what you're saying, Jay, but let me tell you something. The fact that we have to ask for forgiveness is a bunch of BS, because I'm sure people been on their knees, have laid in the dirt, have laid in their feces and urine and blood and afterbirth and next to dead bodies, asking for forgiveness for something that they don't even know they did wrong. So I really don't care what the Bible says, because a white man wrote that. I think the colonizers wrote that as well. I don't really care what the Bible says. I don't want to snap on you, but this comment ain't making no sense to me. You know, the Bible used to also say in Genesis, and I've looked it up and it ain't even there no more. The Bible used to also say in Genesis that if it is a seed and you put it in the ground and it grows and it's green, then it's good. That means weed, okay? That's the Bible used to say that. I didn't look through the Bible and can't find it no more. They've rephrased it. Girl, Roots, we were forced to watch Roots as a kid. I was in elementary school. We weren't forced, but it was like homework. It came on every day for a week, and we had to do homework, to show that we watched the movie. I wanted to visit the continent of Africa, but now I'd rather keep my money and presence here in the U.S. At least I know what my enemy is. Exactly, that's how I feel. At least I know what to expect in the U.S. I know who don't like me over there. I know how people move over there. I know what to do. I know if I make a left in the wrong neighborhood, I'm gonna look suspicious. So to keep my ass from over there. Our street signs are green. When they turn brown, you end up in a white neighborhood where they don't want you at. So when they turn brown, when you see street signs that turn brown, you turn your ass around. You wouldn't went too far. Hi, Kim. Sorry for that. You're going through. We will do what is support. We will do what is supports to be done. Inshallah. God is good. Thank you, Bertha. I appreciate that. It looked like you and G got the same. You, G, and Yvonne got the same picture. The Bible is the book of control. That's all it is. Just like religion. Religion does nothing but control us. Islam controls us. Christianity controls us. Those are the only two religions I speak on because those are the only two religions that I know personally. Okay, I hear you. So any more comments or questions before we end this live? My son was on here. He's letting me know he got to go take care of some business. I don't even know what his name is on here, y'all. I didn't even know he was on here. Hold on. Okay, if you sent me a Cash App, I did receive it, but I don't know the name and I can't open it right now, but I do appreciate it and thank you. For me, Ghana felt more like home than America. I felt more safe there than I do. I feel safe in Ghana. Ghana is a very safe country. The men are very loving and it's hard for me to explain. In Ghana is like explaining Detroit. Detroit is full of very loving, welcoming people that will feed you, make sure your kids go to school, but they'll unalive your ass right now at the same time. They will unalive you over disrespect. Help put up stickers of your missing body, of your missing person. Then they will pay for your funeral and hug your mama, knowing that they're the one that unalived your ass. So it's hard to explain Detroit. Ghana is a place where the men are very loving, they're very welcoming, they're very warm people. The land is beautiful. You free, you can do whatever you want to do. You don't have to build a house. You can build a mud hut and live in it and make it home, and nobody gives a shit. And nobody's gonna come after you. Ain't nobody gonna come and make sure you got this shit built right, and ain't no inspectors coming, ain't no CPS coming, none of that. But it's not home, and the government makes it bad. For me, Ghana, do you have lights and water now? I don't know. I'm not there. I'm not we're at a hotel now. We left when we left, day before yesterday. Yesterday. We left yesterday and came to a hotel. But like I said, tomorrow we'll go ahead and take our little money, pay for the part, fix it. Imagine paying $4,000 US for a house or an apartment a month, and your water goes out, and the part costs $400. You pay $4,000 a month to live there. The part costs $400, and your landlord expects you to pay for it, even though you've only been living there. This situation been going on since we got there. The part just finally went completely out. Imagine them expecting you to pay for that part and making you go 5 days with no water. Imagine having to go to the neighbor's house because in the US, you can probably just go to your neighbor's house or go to your mama's house. Hell, in the US, you can go to the Planet Fitness or the YWCA or somewhere. But imagine. We all have our own experience in Africa. So, okay. We all have our own experience in Africa. So she's sharing her story. So all you people saying shit that never even visit, go make your own experience. I love Ghana. I'm glad to see you are okay and stay safe. Thank you, Sunshine. Thank you, Boss Chick, for posting the link tree. I appreciate that. Right, Rakua. But that's US dollars. We pay 4,000 CDs a month. And the part that he has to pay for is 400 CDs, which is about 38 US dollars. But you're getting 4,000 CDs a month from us, and you expect us to pay to the point where you made us go 5 days with no water. This ain't the first time. Usually the water will go off for two days and come back on, or it'll stay off half a day and come back on. Mm-mm. Hey, Queen. Yeah, I could believe landlords expect that there are as well until it happened. Folks don't know what they don't know if they ain't living it. Exactly. I mean, we have slumlords in the US. We have plenty of slumlords in the US. So I don't know why people act like they don't know. It ain't even about Ghana. It happens in the US. You can live in Kenya, rent a place for about $127 a month. I move somewhere and give your money to non-black people. What do you mean? I gave my money to black people. What are you talking about? My landlord ain't white. Black centric, what are you talking about? You can live in Kenya, rent a place for about $127. You can do that in Ghana too, a month. Why move somewhere and give your money to a non-black people? I don't understand the comment. Hey Kim, thanks for coming in.
Who is a non-black?
I don't know. I don't know what he gonna have to explain his comment because I don't understand it. You mentioned moving to Mexico. Oh, for the same reason, okay, black centric, because clearly I've been here over 3 years. We have lived in 5 different houses and we have had the same situation in every 5 of our houses. We had to move out and get our money back, except this man ain't willing to give us our money back. This has been every single house since 2021. Every single house. So now I'm going to leave the black community, just like we don't give our money back to black businesses because we go in there and they have nasty ass attitudes and then they don't want to help us. And then people say, oh, y'all want to shop with black people and blah, 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 blah. It's a reason when you stop fooling with black people. We don't just stop fooling with black people. I'm on the continent of Africa. They chose to mistreat me. I didn't come here to mistreat them, and I didn't come here to get treated like the white people. But let me tell you something. I'm out of here. I'm going to give my money to the Mexicans, whether y'all like it or not. The chat is frozen. Let me see. Keep doing you, Sister Kim. You always have haters because they wish to be you and have the life you have. Thank you, Menelik. Okay, so the chat is frozen. I'm going to go ahead and end the live. The chat is frozen, so I'm probably out of data because the lights are... Oh, do we have low current?
Are we frozen?
Do we have low current or the...
No.
You got the fan on low?
That's the strong of the fan. That's all of it.
I'm not sure why. I've been to Mexico. I've been to Mexico many times. Black centric, many. My son lived there 8 years. I have 4 grandkids over there in Mexico. Oh, you can hear me, Truth Serum. I'm probably running out of that. It looks like we have low current. It won't go up. No, I think we have low current, which means our lights might be getting ready to go off. Okay, thank you, Kim. Do what you need to do to be happy. If us spreading money with black people is shady, then what difference does it make? I mean, I agree. I'm on the continent of Africa. If the black people ain't doing me right, then who else am I gonna go to? Okay, we know America didn't want to do right. So I'm Africa and they're not doing right. So I'm going to Mexico. My problem with Mexico was I was in Tijuana, and Tijuana, like I said, they were having the drug cartels at that time was having a war with the police, and innocent people were getting killed. The drug cartel was not killing innocent people, but they were getting killed in the crossfire, and it just got too deep for me. I mean, it got too deep for me. But at the time, my son lived right by the Otay border, so we could get out of there whenever we felt like it. I'll be in Ghana next year and would love to meet you if possible. If I'm here, Menelik, that'll be fine, but I don't think I'm gonna be here until that president is been in office for about a year and a half. Nope. I am done with Ghana until the new president comes in. Any more comments or questions? Yeah, I do have one bar. Have you ever considered Never. I can answer that real quick. Never. Never. And I say never for the same reason, just things I've heard and seen on the news about the drug wars and the cartels and the drug killers and dealers and that type of stuff. I like I said, and I'm not a traveler. I don't like being in strange, unusual places. I'm familiar with Mexico. And I'm familiar with Mexico, Canada, United States, and now Ghana. I don't want to go anywhere new. I won't even go to Canada. Like Canada doesn't. I wouldn't even go to Canada. I don't believe I would ever move to Canada. It truly saddens my heart to hear this about Ghana. You know what, G? I'll say this 1,000 times. I really will. Come and get your own experience in Ghana. It's people here in Ghana that, I mean, maybe I don't know their story because they're not on YouTube or I don't really know, but if you send in Cash Apps and Zelles, I do appreciate it. Thank you. But names are different on Cash Apps and Zelles than on TikTok and YouTube. I do thank you. What was that responding? Saddens my heart to hear about that. Yeah, what I was saying, G, is anybody wanting to come to Ghana, come to Ghana and see for yourself. Don't make my story be your story. What I want to tell y'all is my truth from my experience. And like I said, your experience could be completely different from mine. You know, and the other thing is there's other Black countries other than Ghana. You know, there's places to go other than Ghana and the continent of Africa. Ghana's problem is pretty much the president. It's the government. It's the leadership. I've been to Mexico several times since I was 19 years old. I'm 47 now. I was there about 4 years ago and 2 weeks in Sinaloa. Mexico is not pro-Black. You are sitting duck in Mexico. I'm not a sitting duck in Mexico. That's like saying a white person is a sitting duck on the continent of Africa. You're talking about one part of Mexico. I was never a sitting duck in Tijuana because Tijuana does not. I've never experienced any type of anything that looked like discrimination in Tijuana, Ensenada, Rosarito. Never. There's countries in Mexico that don't. I won't be a sitting. It don't even matter. I'm a sitting duck here, and I'm a sitting duck in the United States. So if I'm be a sitting duck in Mexico, I'm used to being a sitting duck. So I won't worry about that. I won't be going nowhere but Mexico, the U.S., or stay here in Ghana. So You know, I'm sorry that you had to experience that, Black centric, but I'm telling y'all to go for y'all's own experience in Ghana. I'm going to Mexico and experience it for myself. If I feel like I'm a sitting duck, I know how to leave. But like I said, I'm familiar with Mexico, so I don't have a problem going over there. We're Black. We're sitting ducks everywhere we go. What countries in Africa are pro-Black? Africa is the cradle of white supremacy. Don't let the, okay, I'm not going to even respond to that comment at all. I'm not going to get involved in that. I've been to different parts of Mexico. Mexico don't even care for their own Afro. That's their business. I'm not going to get into it. Like I said, I never had a problem in Mexico. And if I feel like I have a problem in Mexico, just like I know I have a problem in Africa, then I will leave Mexico. That's it. That's all. I'm not going to worry about, like I said, I didn't have a problem in Mexico. My problem in Mexico was the violence that they had amongst each other, the cartel and the police. I don't care where we go in the world. Nobody likes us. I already said that. Bad language. A mature woman must carry herself with grace and dignity. This is a poor example of diaspora. Very embarrassing. Fuck you, Mafor. Fuck you. Fuck whatever you came from. Fuck you and fuck your mama and your grandma and your bitch ass auntie too. Now you can get blocked. Somebody please block Mafor, because like I said, if y'all don't like my language, what y'all don't get is if y'all don't like my language, get the fuck off here. Somebody please get Mafor off here. Don't mute her. Please block her, or however it is you have to do it, because I don't want to hear that shit. Bitch, this is not the page for you. Because when y'all say that, when I'm cussing in just a general conversation. But then when you say shit like that, it just, it makes me go from getting a C plus in foul language to getting an A plus. It makes me sum cum laude. You see what I'm saying? When you make comments like that, now I'm sum cum laude. I'm the highest cusser. So say what you want to say. Your comments ain't gonna stop me from being who I am. Damn, when is y'all gonna understand? I think these must be new people. I don't get it. I know. Listen, y'all. I know I cuss a lot. Okay. There was a time when I didn't. Like I said, there was a time on my TikTok when I didn't in the beginning. Now this is what you get. I don't think that people in Africa know how devastating it is coming from America and being around people who don't like us because our skin color. Love, see, I don't think they get it because they don't like each other. They have, it's weird to explain that there's racism here against each other. Like, to hear them say the word nigger disturbed the hell out of me. Kim is probably some person under a different name trying to trigger you. You don't cuss much. And when you do, it's justified. Thank you, Truth Serum. I don't know how to explain the racism here. How do you explain this Black race is hating that Black race when it's all one race? Or is this some something new I learned and there's different Black races? But it's racism here. There's a boy on YouTube. I watch his channel. I don't know his name. Me and Latif was watching him all day today. He talks about how he was discriminated against, how he would have to walk through a village to get to wherever he was going to work at a farm. And they would call him black monkeys and beat him up when they all was the same color black. And so he was telling his story about, he was trying to explain racism in Africa against each other, Blacks against Blacks. Tribalism, yes. Yeah. Janae, it shocked me. But when they say niggers, nigger in Ghana is like thug. But the fact that you hear, the fact that you hear them say the niggers are coming, here come the niggers. I remember saying, what did you just say? And they repeated it. And it's like, so this was my first year in Ghana. And I understand that that's what they call, like, that's what they call the thugs, the people that sag their pants and the little, I can't say gangbangers because I ain't seen no gangbangers here, but they have truth serum. And according to them, that's how they sold some of their people to the white man. It was a tribal war. I mean, hold on. This damn thing keep covering up my screen. The reason I asked you, and I'm going to end this live because we're going into 2 hours. The reason I asked you about what's his name yesterday, because you cleared it up. Somebody used what's his name's name to try to scam me out some money the other day. Kohan. The N word, Obruni Akafa, they say it all the time. Well, according to them, Obruni means white person. The only people I hear them call Obruni is light-skinned people. Somebody's mother called me that, and I was very, very offended. But because she was like 117 years old, it was nothing I could say. All I said was, what did she call me? And he said, oh, she called you a Bruni. And I said, why? And he said, Hajia, because now that you're in the U.S., your skin is light. When you were in Ghana, your skin was dark. And I was just kind of like, okay, I'm just going to let that go because I can't say nothing to your old ass mama. So I'm just going to let that go. Hello, Pray, Travel, and Eat. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate you. Wow, did Latif experience racism growing up? He's never talked about it. Have you experienced racism growing up? Like black people didn't like you as a black person?
Oh, it's it happened everywhere. Ghanaians, we have it here too. We we have different tribes in Ghana, so every tribe lives like the way he has been he has been grown.
Latif grew up in the northern region of Bimbila, and so he's saying yes, but I guess they don't call it racism, they call it tribalism, but he has experienced it. He has definitely experienced it.
There are a lot of tribalism in Ghana because of tribalism bring the corruption.
You think so?
Tribalism brings the corruption because this tribe doesn't want this tribe to like, for example, what is in Accra here is not in the north.
Right.
So if we get equal what? If we get equal opportunities as one Ghanaians, but everything will be nice.
Yeah.
Everything will be okay, but there is no equality in Ghana. Others are living, others are not well living. Light water problem in this side. This side have water. Light problem this side has light, just because of tribalism.
So yeah, it sounds like it's not really racism but tribalism. And then coming from the northern region, Latif grew up different, and he had a different life in the northern region. I haven't been there, like I said, and I won't go to any other region. What my plan is, if I can stop spending money on people's parts to their houses and hotel rooms and start saving money to get here, my trip will be to Mexico. Somewhere in Mexico. I won't even reveal where at the time right now, but my plan is to go ahead and visit Mexico for a while. So again, any more comments or questions? Damn, we've been on here over 2 hours.
Tribalism brings we back. Tribalism. That makes Ghanaians, we are always backwards. We don't move ahead.
Latifah saying tribalism is what's taking Ghanaians backwards. They can't move ahead. I've always tried to defend Africans as well as African Americans because I thought we were all Black people or people of color. Gee, I never I just I just thought Black people were Black people. Is he from a place near Kumasi? No, you're not near Kumasi, are you?
No, but I'm not near Kumasi. But Tamale and Kumasi is what? Is the same direction, you know. The same. If we are from Kumasi, you are going to Tamale. The same road, you understand? The same road to Kumasi. So Tamale and Kumasi is not far, which is the northern region, Ghana North.
Okay. Yeah, I always just thought Black people were Black people until I came to Africa and realized that they do treat us different. They treat each other different. It's just a sad situation. It's a sad situation that I had to come here and experience this. And like I said, nothing has happened in over 3 years. I've been here over 3 years. Nothing has happened to make me want to run and leave Ghana and go back to the US. But this last 6 months where things started getting really bad, and now these last 2 months has done it for me. Now I'm ready to run somewhere else. I'm done. I'm ready to go. You know, enough, and there has to be some boundaries. There has to be a deal breaker somewhere, and everything has to come with a deal breaker. If marriage can have a deal breaker, then there has to be a deal breaker. This is a deal breaker for me. And like I said, I blame it on the government. I don't blame it on the locals. They don't know no better. They were colonized. They don't know how to get out of it. You got the elderlies continuing to colonize them, and they all look the same. They're all the same color, different shades. But you got the elderlies colonizing the younger people. It's sad. It's a sad situation. But before I become colonized like them, I have to go. I saw on YouTube the other day a European talking about worrying with Africa, and immediately I felt a defense. Maybe I should feel different now. Not my fight. About worrying with Africa. I don't understand the comment. Are you saying going to war? All I'm saying, G, is they treat each other different. There's different regions here, different tribes here. They're not one. They're not united. They are not united whatsoever. Now, going to war. I saw YouTube the other day where Europeans about warring with Africans. Europeans don't have no business having their asses over here going to war with no Africans. I don't know what that's about. I don't know what country in Africa that is. But what I'm confident in is that most of the Africans are going to fight them as a whole. I don't know what country that is. They might pick on a weak country that don't have weapons, that don't have a lot of people. They might go for South Africa and get their asses kicked. I don't know what country. I've not even heard about it. I haven't heard anything about that. But if war comes here and I'm still here, I'm going straight to the embassy and get out of here. What country is that in? It sounds like South Africa, honestly. I always say that I will never blame any Black person, any African, for the transatlantic slave trade. I don't care who sold who, because they were having a tribal war. I don't care who sold who felt like they was between a rock and a hard place. I will never blame Africans for the transatlantic slave trade. I will never blame them for being colonized. And I don't even blame them for not knowing how to de-brainwash themselves. I can't think of the term right now, but they don't know how to not be who they are and what they were taught. I forgot what country, but I'll review the stream and let you know. Okay. Yeah, it sounds like that's probably South Africa. They always got some problems with Europeans over there. Okay, so I want to thank you all for being here. We've been on this live for over 2 hours. Thank you for the likes, the shares, the comments, the gives, the super chats. Thank you for everything. Thank you for being here. We had over 100 people here.
Mr. Kenny, thank you very much. Chilling with Kenny, brethren, my brother.
What chilling with Kenny do? You just thanking him for being here?
I'm just thanking him for being here, being with us.
Kenny says time for you to get a club now. Time for you to get you a cold beer now.
I'll get it before I sleep.
Okay, good night, you guys. I love you all and stay blessed.
Okay. Can you know that time?
This is gonna be a 2 hour and something live, 2 hours and 15 minutes.
2 hours, 15 minutes.